Well, then that was some ending tonight. I guess gonna be a lot to say about this Elimination Chamber review tonight. Wow, wow, that was some ending, but I think we somewhat all knew this was coming. Let's be honest here, but woo, that was some ending, folks. Elimination Chamber. But hey, I got a lot to say about that tonight. Where do I begin, huh? Where do I begin? First off, welcome everybody to the Elimination Chamber 2021 review. Lot of stuff going on in this show tonight. I would say a lot of changes on this show tonight when it comes to Elimination Chamber, but there was still a lot going on. Some predictions I almost had right or didn't go according to plan, or it was almost right, but it still did not go according to plan. Okay, now first off, I did watch the pre-show this time. Usually I don't watch these pre-shows, but given that there was a match to determine who was going to be in the triple threat for the U.S. title, I watched because apparently Keith Lee is out due to injury, to what I've heard. I don't really know what his injury is, but he's injured. So I don't know what's going on with that. Some people think this isn't a good sign for Keith Lee and his push, whatnot. I heard they said that Vince said he doesn't see the spark in him at this point. I'm not sure if I'm not going to sit here and tell you the guy's buried yet. And I say yet for a reason because everybody likes to jump to conclusions if he's buried or not right now. But apparently he is hurt, so he could not make the match tonight. So it's going to be Bobby Lashley, Matt Riddle, and someone else. And this fatal four-way, which included John Morrison, Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Elias. uh, yeah, where do I begin with this? It was an okay four-way match. I didn't really care who was going to win because I kind of knew that person was going to be taking the pinfall in this match, given that Keith Lee was out of it. So John Morrison ended up getting the win. I think he pinned Ricochet, I believe it was. It was either Ricochet or Mustafa Ali pinned, and he got the win, so he was going to move on later in the night to the Elimination Chamber, okay? But we do actually kick off the show with the first official match for the Elimination Chamber, which was the SmackDown one. Whoever wins will face Roman Reigns tonight on the Elimination Chamber. I thought they would have actually waited on this, but we're going to do the match tonight. So, literally, right after the Chamber, someone was going to be facing Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And in the SmackDown one, you had Daniel Bryan, Jey Uso, Cesaro, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. The first two that were in the match, though, was Daniel Bryan and Cesaro. In this match, going basically one-on-one, which basically was the fan favorites to win this match. It was either going to be, I kind of thought it was going to be Cesaro, given that they've kind of pushed him lately. And then again, he signed a new deal, but I figured it was going to be Daniel Bryan. But I'm going to get into more of that in a second. Third person that was out there was Corbin in the match. Basically messing with Sami Zayn, since Sami Zayn complained in his pod about them not letting his documentary crew not stay there, which he really tried to get him to stay there, but they would not let them keep him there, and they had to go. But the fourth person was Sami Zayn, which Corbin tried to get into his pod, but Sami Zayn held the door closed. Bryan ended up attacking Corbin from behind. Sami Zayn said that's what you get, but Cesaro came from the other side of the door and basically started beating up Sami Zayn and threw him in the ring and getting him out of the whole chamber pod and whatnot. Cesaro did. But throughout this match, though, basically Corbin was eliminated then right after. Who took him out? Cesaro got him out with a sharpshooter. Fifth person in there was Kevin Owens then. As Sami Zayn tried to say, listen, man, they don't want us to win, okay? They don't want us to win because we're not the poster boys. We need to work together just like old times, me and you. But Kevin Owens ended up attacking Sami Zayn and throw him into the wall then right after. Basically started hitting cannonballs on everybody inside the ring. Inside the ring then, giving Bryan a pop-up power bomb, which it started turning to a finisher fest then, right after what Sammy hit like a haluva kick. I think it was on, who did the haluva kick on? No, I don't think he got a haluva kick, but Cesaro with the uppercut. Then Bryan hit Cesaro with a running knee, and that's when Owens getting a pop-up power bomb. It's kind of funny because you got 4 Ring of Honor guys in the ring right there. So 4 people that used to be in Ring of Honor and the WWE ring together. I thought that was actually kind of cool in a way when you look at it. But the fifth person in there was Jey Uso. Then right after that, he was in the ring. Then Owens, so he hit like a moonsault off the top of the pod onto everybody. He's then start hitting Bryan and Cesaro with some stunners. Then Sammy went for the haluva kick, but Kevin Owens gave him a stunner, and he ended up getting rid of Sami Zayn. And as Sami Zayn left the whole chamber and everything, Jey Uso ended up using the door and slammed Kevin Owens' arm into it, which he had him stuck in there. He hit him with several super kicks then right after, and then he hit him with a big top rope splash, taking out Kevin Owens. He was gone right after that, so he had Cesaro, Jey Uso, and Daniel Bryan left in the ring. Now, this is where I'm sure some people may have got pissed at after this. Because what, Cesaro, he did hit like a big gut buster onto Daniel Bryan from the top rope all the way to the ground. He hit him with like a swing, but holding one leg. Uso ended up breaking up with a super kick then, and then hit a frog splash on Cesaro. So Cesaro was gone and ended up being Jey Uso and Daniel Bryan. So Cesaro, I'm sure a lot of people picked. My co-host actually picked Cesaro to win this, given that he wanted somebody new to win, which I don't blame him. And I actually thought he was going to win this chamber thing too, and I got other friends that'll tell you that. But Cesaro was gone, and then right after, Uso was gonna go for another splash, but he went to the top of the pod to do it. Bryan put his knees up, and then he hit him with a running knee right after, and Daniel Bryan won the Elimination Chamber. But then, literally right after that, Daniel Bryan had to face Roman Reigns for the Universal title right now, okay? So I knew Daniel was going to win this. I said this Friday in my SmackDown review that Daniel Bryan was going to win the Elimination Chamber, and then when he went against Roman Reigns, Reigns tried to spear at him, but Bryan had got him with the yes locked in. He held as long as he could, but Reigns got out of it and started punching him then. He ended up power bombing Bryan in right after that, and he started punching him again until he put him into the guillotine for the referee to call, basically stop the match, and Roman Reigns still retained the Universal title. But then literally right after, Edge came out, speared him, and of course he pointed, you got to point that WrestleMania sign, folks, and Q Pyro put his hands behind his back for some reason, and boom, there you go. Edge versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania. So you knew that was coming. Okay, now I will say this. I actually thought they were going to do Reigns versus Bryan later in the night. I would have thought that. Or B, you got Fastlane coming up. I thought, okay, Daniel Bryan wins the Elimination Chamber. Then, Reigns beats him there. And then that's when Edge could have came out and speared him, pointing at the WrestleMania sign. And boom, there you go. You got your match. You got your main event at WrestleMania and whatnot. I thought they could have milked this a little bit longer. Don't get me wrong. We all knew he was going to pick Roman Reigns anyways, Edge. But they were ready to take it out. Some people had a problem with Reigns being taken down by Edge tonight, given that only took like one spear, but again, Reigns took him down. I guess some people did not like Edge taking Reigns down, given that they've made Reigns look just way too freaking strong that he shouldn't even been taken down by Edge tonight. I've seen some comments on that. But Edge had to get his payback back anyways after what happened on SmackDown. But come on, we all knew this was coming. This was still a good chamber match, though. I will say I do miss the steel floors, the Elimination Chamber. I liked it when it was more brutal, but I understand why, to keep people safe. I would, one thing I would have kept everything about the original Elimination Chamber. The only thing I would have made different, which they've already done, is just make it taller so everybody doesn't have to crouch and nearly get stuck when jumping off of the pod and whatnot. They got some space to jump off of it, but I remember Elimination Chambers used to be more brutal at the time and more bloodier, but I know we can't have that. But this was still good. It was what it was. I enjoyed it. But right after that, Bad Bunny was talking to The Miz. Bad Bunny, the 24/7 champion. Bad Bunny, Miz tried to hit him, and Bad Bunny slapped him then, and Damian Priest and him standing there as Miz left after that. So Bad Bunny, like I said, guys, getting a lot of traction right now. He's the 24/7 champion. Next, U.S. title on the line. Bobby Lashley, Matt Riddle, and John Morrison. Triple threat match. MVP had a crutch. He was hurt last Monday on Raw. Lashley looking like a motherfucking monster out there, just whipping niggas' asses all over the place. Which, God, he looked like a beast, which he should be booked as a beast. Thank God they finally got that right. But I know it ended up with Morrison and Riddle having to work together to take on Lashley and whatnot. But it was starting to work. But then they stopped working together then. Morrison was about to hit Lashley with the crutch he got from MVP. But Lashley ducked in after that. He put Morrison in the hurt lock. Matt Riddle came in with the crutch and he hit Lashley with it a couple times, knocking him out of the ring. And then Matt Riddle hit the Bro Derek on Morrison for the win, becoming a new U.S. champion. And he ran off with the belt. So this still makes Bobby Lashley look strong. He did not lose the title you know, he didn't get pinned and he still looked strong either way. Now, I know this is going to come later on tonight, but this is what I thought was going to happen. Given that Bobby Lashley has been booked super strong lately, I would say he should be going for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Me and my co-hosts disagreed on that because he felt like there was not really much story, and it's been mostly against him and Sheamus and whatnot, which I understand would make sense. Personally, I said it was a money match. He told me there are no money matches when you have the WWE Network. Yeah, we're only paying like what $5-9 a month at this point, but I don't think he wanted to see the match, but that's what I would have gone with, okay? Because it's like, all right, Lashley doesn't need the U.S. title. He's been killing everybody anyways. Why not put him for the WWE title? Who else you really gonna have other than Lashley? Yes, you could do Sheamus and him in WrestleMania, but I don't want to see the whole friend versus friend thing. I say save that to Fastlane, but obviously that's gonna change once I get near the end. But I figured since Lashley lost here, I said don't be surprised if we see him later on tonight, and he should be going for the WWE Championship next. So that's what I would have expected. But like I said, we'll get into that because my coach said there's been no interaction ever since since last summer. But hey, times have changed. Okay, a lot of people have agreed with me that Lashley should be next in line for the title. But yeah, with Matt Riddle being the new U.S. champion, which let's be honest here too, if Keith Lee would have been in this match, Matt Riddle would have been taking the pin again. Okay, Keith Lee probably would have won the damn U.S. title if he was not hurt. Because, come on, Matt Riddle's been getting the shit kicked out of him so many times by Bobby Lashley. In a way, he had to win. All right? But now, times have changed and whatnot. Yeah, Riddle ended up getting the win, and Morrison, of course, was the one to take the fall. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the hole themselves. Well, Nia Jax, the giant hole. It's a lot you can fit in that hole, man. I'm sure you could fit a lot inside that hole. I'm sure everybody's gonna have a good answer for it, but what can't you fit in that hole, man? I'm sure you could fit a chair in there, a couple title belts. But dick. I wanted to say that. I'm sure a lot of people thinking that, but yeah, you could fit a lot of them in that hole, man. Probably could fit a bicycle in there if you got to. It's a lot you could fit in that hole. Maybe a PS5. That's just hilarious, though. But they went against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for the women's tag titles. Match was okay. Not much to really talk about. Reginald came out, basically, getting involved. Distracted Sasha and Nia Jackson hit her with the Samoan drop, and it was over. Not much I could say about this. Me and my friend was discussing this. He felt like it was going to be some love angle, given that Reginald keeps trying to hit on both Bianca and Sasha. But I'm like, I don't think he's say what to fuck him, so I don't think that's happening. And obviously, this has to do with Carmella, which will probably be a match at Fastlane again with Sasha and Carmella. I could see that happening. But come on, we still got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler still going for the they're still going against Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez on NXT coming up on March the 3rd. So you kind of knew Bianca and wasn't winning the titles. Now, one thing to say about Bianca is this, because we did not see a Raw Women's title match tonight, given that Lacey Evans is out and she is pregnant, which I'm surprised they just didn't have any other opponent to give Asuka, honestly. And given that Edge has picked Roman Reigns, which is on SmackDown, yes, I'm sure everybody wants to see Bianca and Sasha, which a lot of say that is the money match. But since Edge already is picked for SmackDown, Bianca most likely will pick for Raw then. I mostly could see that happening because I don't see two Royal Rumble winners picking on the same show. But given that, well, come on, Bianca is on SmackDown, but hey, Edge already took the SmackDown one, so it could be both. But who does Asuka really have left to face right now? Because what, are they going to put against Charlotte again out there on this show? No. 9 times out of 10, they probably would do Charlotte and Asuka at WrestleMania. But then again, Asuka, who's just kind of become forgettable right now, and she's the champion, which kind of tells you something. And they had no opponent to throw at her. You couldn't have anything for her. They didn't give her any opponent. Like, you don't have nobody for her to face? Nobody? Like, literally, no one. No opponent. Nothing. You don't got anybody to face Asuka tonight. So, no Lacey Evans. Who else was around? Literally, who else was around tonight? Just think about that. Next. Elimination Chamber. WWE title on the line. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Jeff Hardy. We kicked it off with both Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton in the match, which Randy Orton ended up getting eliminated first after Kofi came in. Orton tried to hit the RKO on him. No. Third person was Drew. Drew was in there third and was going for Orton, but fourth was Kofi. Then it was Kofi and Orton going at it, and Kofi ended up getting roll up win onto Orton, and then Orton just started RKOing motherfuckers, and then Orton left. So no Fiend, no Bliss, no type of screwy shenanigans to screw Orton out of WWE title. I'm kind of glad. I didn't really want to see that anyways with the Fiend and all that. So I'm fine with this. I was a little surprised Orton was eliminated first, though. But since Orton was gone, and after that, fifth person in there was AJ Styles, which he ended up going around in a way to get in the ring since his bodyguard almost let him in, which Adam Pearce ended up getting rid of almost then. So AJ had to do this on his own then right after that. But as the match went on, Sheamus was the last person in there who went toe-to-toe with McIntyre, trading punches and whatnot, going back and forth. Kofi ended up diving onto them then, knocking him down. Drew ended up getting a suplex off, was going for a suplex off the pod onto Sheamus, but of course everybody got involved, and we got a Tower of Doom spot then. Kofi tried to go for the Trouble in Paradise onto Sheamus, but Sheamus got him with, no. Kofi did that trust fall dive off the pod and whatnot, pretty much leaping on top of it. And then that's when he got broke kicked, and then Kofi was gone after that, so Sheamus took him out then. Jeff Hardy then got a twist of fate on the Sheamus. He was going to go for a swanton off the top rope and everything, but he ended up hitting a whisper on the win on both to Sheamus and McIntyre. I think he was trying to hit the swanton onto somebody, but after the whisper in the win, which still looked cool, by the way, he hit a swanton on top of AJ. And then right after he hit the swanton, McIntyre came out of nowhere. Claymore kick. Jeff Hardy is gone then. So Sheamus and Drew going back at it again. Back and forth. AJ had like a 450 on the McIntyre for a kick out then. Sheamus, I know he hit AJ, even jumping off the top rope, knocking him down. Sheamus about to go for his finisher onto McIntyre. McIntyre got him with the future shot DDT. Sheamus came back with a bro kick, dodging the Claymore kick. And after he hit Drew with the bro kick, then AJ got hit with a phenomenal forearm. No, AJ hit him with a phenomenal forearm, and then boom, Sheamus was gone. And then it was AJ and Drew, which ended up with AJ trying to go for a phenomenal forearm, and Drew got him in midair with the Claymore kick, and boom, it was over. Drew McIntyre still retained the WWE Championship, but then right after, Bobby Lashley came out, kicked the living shit out of Drew McIntyre, throwing him all over the place. Given that we saw MVP and Miz talk earlier, Miz comes out, cashes in the Money in the Bank, and he won the WWE Championship, hitting him with a skull-crushing finale, okay? So, yes, I'm sure a lot of people saw this coming, okay? We all had to see this coming. This was the perfect time to strike after Drew went through, what, 5 people, and then Lashley kicked the shit out of him, and of course, Miz comes in and cashes in, huh? So, I'm sorry, just typing in something real quick. Yeah, let me just say this. I enjoyed the Elimination Chamber match, the WWE title one. Not bad. But I did not. Well, how can I say? We saw the Miz thing coming, but I would have been better with just Lashley attacking him, and he would have been the next opponent for Drew to probably go at WrestleMania. I still think it would have been at WrestleMania. Some would say it would have gone at Fastlane. But now, since the Miz is cashed in the WWE, well, he's cashed in to become the WWE champion, folks. A lot of people I've seen tonight have called this trash. And trust me, I'm hearing a lot of people saying it's trash. I laughed at what that. Come on, Miz ain't about to hold that WWE title that long. He's not. He really isn't. I'm almost surprised Miz didn't even fail cash in the Money in the Bank tonight. I'm almost surprised by that. But yeah, this is what we got here, folks. This is what we got here. Miz is the WWE champion. I will say this right now. He will hold it till Fastlane and Drew will win it back. Because honestly, I was hoping Lashley was going to attack Miz and say, no, you ain't getting the WWE title. I'm coming for that motherfucker, not you, okay? The deal is off. That's what I thought would have happened. I didn't really believe Miz was almost really going to win the damn title in a way. I saw it coming, but I actually was hoping he wasn't going to win at the same time. But yeah, folks, Miz, he's the champ, folks. This guy's taking so many L's. He's in a feud with Bad Bunny. Oh, I bet you, WrestleMania. Miz, Bad Bunny, WWE Championship on the line. No. Combine it with the damn 24/7 title, double champion. Let's go for it. Crazy ass idea, but oh man, this is funny. This shit is funny. I don't know why, but it really is funny. This dude's in the middle of a feud with Priest and fucking Bad Bunny, but hey, he's the WWE champion now, so hey, we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. We'll see. But given the reaction I've seen tonight about this, yeah, this has been shitted all over the place with Miz cashing in the Money in the Bank. But hey, this was the perfect time to strike. This was the perfect time to strike. Wow. Whoo, good God. That was that's some show, folks. This show kind of really flew by. What is it? I did this show review about 8:30. It's 9:07 right now. Well, I did this review at about 8:40, I think. So, yeah, this show really went by and passed on. I like both Elimination Chamber matches. Okay? I like the U.S. title match. Miz cashing in? Nah. But it's funny, though. Yeah, this show just kind of came by and went. I don't really give a shit. It's the Elimination Chamber, so it's kind of whatever to me. Edge, we already knew what was coming, so come on, that's an obvious. I just think it's funny that hey, make sure you point at that sign and boom, cue pyro, cue the pyro, folks, cue the pyro. Women's tag title match, don't really give a shit about. Kind of went by. Asuka, they couldn't even find an opponent for her tonight, so yeah, that's what we got, folks. That is definitely what we got. So other than that, this is my review of the Elimination Chamber. Thoughts on this entire show, and what do you think about The Miz cashing in the Money in the Bank to become the WWE Champion? Come on, tell me your thoughts. Tell me. So yeah, I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890, and tell me what do you think about this show. Did you like it, or did you think it was trash? Please, just tell me. Oh man, this is funny. This is really funny. But yeah, I'm out of here though. I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow night for a Monday Night Raw review. I'm out. Peace.